Hello, everybody. My name is Average Election Enjoyer. Today is August 23rd of 2026. I just want to first apologize. This video was going for a while. I've just had a very busy couple of days, but now that I'm here, I am going to be breaking down the primaries that happened last Tuesday. Of course, starting with this Florida Senate primary, where we saw the biggest upset of 2026 and even 2025 here. We seeing Democratic Socialist Angie Nixon defeating whistleblower Alex Vindman. Vindman had all the money, all the establishment behind him, and yet he's defeated by quite a resounding, 12 points there by Angie Nixon. First, of course, Ashley Moody, of course, winning the primary, dominating the field. Getting nearly 80% of the vote, and in fact winning every single county in the state. So congrats to her for the success. But this is the primary that, you know, sort of stole the show um, in this of the Tuesday primaries. We can see Angie Nixon doing very well in the Panhandle, winning in the county that Tallahassee is located in, Leon, gaining a plurality of 10,000 votes out of Tallahassee there, running up the score 5,000 votes out of Escambia there. Um, of course, as we see, Palm Beach, um, Vindman took Palm Beach, Martin, some of these counties, but in Broward, Nixon gaining a huge plurality, 20,000 votes out of there, 22,000 votes out of Miami-Dade. Um, and Vindman was just unable to keep up with this kind of interesting coalition of up in the Panhandle in Florida here, gaining lots of votes out of these counties. Look at that. I think this is near where her main base of support is up here. Especially Jacksonville is one of her main. Uh, this might be Jacksonville up here. I'm not sure exactly where the city's located. Let's see if it'll tell me. Yep, I was right. Duval County is in fact Jacksonville is located, gaining large plurality, 42,000 vote out of Jacksonville up there, and just and of course, skating. Let's see here. That's over 30,000 votes, 33,000 votes to be exact, out of Orlando, and so you could see that she had an interesting sort of coalition here, where she won a lot of these more rural panhandle counties, but also gained massive pluralities out of a lot of these uh, more urban counties. So Vindman's mostly a successes in some of these more suburban counties in Florida that still took him up to 500,000, 553,000 votes. So just a very impressive performance from a candidate that a lot of people weren't expecting to win this primary. She didn't have any money behind her. She's DSA endorsed, Democratic Socialist, which is, something of poison in red states, especially a state like Florida, where you have a lot of Cubans who are very anti-socialist. So just quite a surprising performance out of Angie Nixon's. So congrats to her. Of course, there is going to be electoral potential consequence. A lot of people assuming Alex Vindman would be a better matchup against Angie Nixon, or against Ashley Moody versus Angie Nixon. So she might not do as well as Vin might have done. I mean, I am more partial to believe that we haven't really seen something like this. We don't know exactly how electable these socialists are. Um, I think that a lot of backlash you see is mostly online. I don't know how real it is with the real voter base, especially with how bad polling is right now. Um, and that's just time yet to tell. It's easy to assume that the establishment would do a few points better at least, but I'm not sure how big of a difference you might see from socialist to just normal Democrat in these elections, and I guess it's mostly for us to find out. But of course, she's not going to be winning this Senate election. because Florida is just taking off towards the right and does not seem to be stopping anytime soon. Um, but of course, that is just something interesting to note, is just how much of an upset this really was. This was basically a foregone conclusion. So when results started coming in, everyone was just shocked by what was happening, especially for it to be kind of a dominant win there. Um, so yeah, this is definitely upset of, since 2024 so far. And of course, another thing that happened, three Trump backed candidates in fact lost. That's been sort of a theme that's going on, was how dominant Trump's endorsement was. However, that has been noted to have been falling off. Most notably in Wyoming's governor's race, Megan Degenfelder, who was Trump's endorsement, Trump endorsed candidate, lost to state senator Eric Barlow. And in Florida, two different Trump endorsed candidates lost their House primaries there. See, like, this is what I was talking about. Democratic Society, the silver lining is not to put money in Florida. That's pretty brutal. Um, but that's just sort of what may see the situation is there, and is going to be the situation. This was not a competitive race, even if Alex Vindman won it. To be clear, and then of course we have the California 14 runoffs to replace he who shall not be named, and Asha Wahab defeating Melissa Hernandez 53-46. This was a close election for a decent amount of time, and then late ballots started coming in and it pulled away. But congrats to Wahab on this victory here. This is a district, of course, in Northern California, just outside San Francisco. Very blue district, given the fact that it was two Democrats running against each other for this seat. And I believe this is the more progressive of the candidates who won. And of course, this is the county. So that is sort of the main results that we saw. We can click on here. Of course, we can break down Alaska as well, where we see Mary Patel, of course, leading by a little more than 6 points, 5.4 points total over incumbent Senator Dan Sullivan. And then we see in third Daniel Sullivan Jr., who is another Republican, and who is most likely buoyed by Democrats voting him in to try to trick Republicans later down the ballot, because they use ranked choice voting. They might try to fool some candidates into voting for this Daniel Sullivan over the actual incumbent senator, Daniel Sullivan, and then a Democrat coming in fourth so far, up by only 17 votes there, and yet 20% of the votes still remaining that might flip, but we just have to keep these votes coming in. And of course, you can see this is a very blue looking map. Alaska is kind of an interesting state because, unlike pretty much every state in the United States, their rurals vote Democrat. They tend to vote Democrat because of Native Alaskans. They tend to vote blue, especially for Peltola, who is in fact also Native Alaskan. And yeah, of course, you can see she won pretty good margins in all of these more rural counties out here. Also, of course, doing well in some of the more populated areas down here, and Republicans getting most of their votes out of some of these more traditionally red suburban districts, mostly on the outskirts of, I believe it's Anchorage. Let's see. Yep, in the outskirts of Anchorage and Wasilla here. That's where they're getting most of their votes there. So as you can see, fairly competitive primary, setting up a very competitive election. If Mary Patola flips this, that could be the 50th or the 51st state, or that flipped, or 50th or 51st Senate seat. Sorry about that. That Democrats could get, that in fact could tilt the Senate against all odds in Democrats' favor here. This is going to be a exciting election that is upcoming. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.